Yeah. Hey, no, I think it's great. What did Ainsley do? Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Yeah. And then she went down the slide. Oh, that's so funny. Hey, buddy, tell me when this is on. Okay, I'm just taking this phone call. Yeah. Oh, really? Really? No. Oh, what'd she say? Oh, I wish Daddy could see me. Oh, I wish I was there to see that. Hey, buddy, tell me when this is on, okay? I don't want to miss it. Huh? No, I'm talking with Tommy. We're about to do a podcast. But no, keep talking. No, he's going to tell me when it's on. Yeah. Oh, you'll never believe this. Today we were at Chili's and we were having soup. And it was like, hey, when is this? Are we about on?
It's on.
Huh?
It's on.
You're kidding me.
Look.
Seriously.
It's on.
No. I thought those little things meant something else. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna understand this technology.
Hang up.
Honey, I gotta go. No, I love you. No, he's mad. Yeah. Okay. He's telling me it's on. I gotta go. Okay, bye. Okay, hey, how's the audience doing out there? Woohoo!
Hey, everybody.
Seriously, it's on.
Yeah, just go.
Hey, I'm what'd you say your name was?
Tommy.
Oh, and I'm Eddie. Yeah. Hey, we're the Skit guys. Or Tommy and Eddie.
Right.
Yeah.
And welcome to, if this is your first time, welcome to our podcast.
Our Easter podcast.
This is the Easter podcast.
Yeah, where we talk about bunny rabbits and eggs and things like that.
Which is good for us because most of our podcasts include rabbit trails.
That's true. Yeah. That's so true. That's true. Do we want to say who's sitting with us today?
Oh, yeah. While we do this, we're actually in a live studio audience for our podcast.
Yeah. There's about 30 people watching right now.
No.
Minus 28.
Yeah. There's two people here.
Yeah.
There is sitting to my immediate right.
Yes.
Tim Antone.
Tim Antone.
He's a part of the Skit Guys family.
Yes. If you ever need product from Skit Guys, Tim's your man.
Tim Antone. And then immediately to his right is Brian Christopher.
Brian Christopher from Brian. Yes. And if you've ever seen any videos.
He made them.
Brian's made them.
Yeah.
He is gifted.
They're both of them.
They're both gifted.
Huh?
I love them both.
How about we don't have a redheaded stepchild in this?
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I mean that.
With Tim, you're like, hey, if you need something, go to Tim. Oh. And then we get to Brian, you're like, he is gifted.
Tim,
he's a
Tim,
from the Lord.
Tim, you know I love you, Tim. I think Tim's awesome.
Tim's a native Canadian.
Yep, he is. Yep, he's a good man. Yep.
But born in America, so that's a little something to. You guys try to figure that out.
Oh. All right. Okay, well, let's do what we always do. We haven't done this in a long time. Oh, hey, we did a podcast over Stevie and Danny. Everybody kept going, hey, what is a Stevie and Danny podcast? What is Stevie and Danny? I don't think they talk like that, but...
They might.
But, like, no one said a word. Like, we always get emails about our podcasts.
Yeah.
There was not one thing about our Stevie and Danny podcast.
Apparently it was not any good.
I guess not. Like
no one said it.
The hype was better than the actual podcast itself.
It was like...
It was weird.
Indiana Jones Part 4.
Oh, my. Then the alien popped out, and you're like, why did I waste $8?
Yeah. Right. What happened? Why did you destroy my childhood hero? I think those were actually Brian Christopher's words.
Is that right, Brian?
He was my childhood hero.
Yeah. Wow. He blames George Lucas for destroying his childhood hero.
And George Lucas is probably one of your heroes too, because you're such a good. You're so gifted.
Yeah.
In that.
Yeah.
In that area.
Well, the story goes is that they had a fantastic script.
Oh, on part 4.
Yeah, and then George Lucas said, "Give it to me."
So
George Lucas destroyed it.
Yeah.
Was he drunk when he said that? Give it to me. Give me that script.
Hey, Tim, who was your hero? A homeless person?
Tim's wearing his hoodie right now. Who?
Feifel.
Oh. Somewhere out there. No, Tim's awesome. Like I was always handling all the products and stuff, and it was all in my garage.
Yeah.
And then Tim said, "Let me make this better," and he has.
Oh, dude, yeah. It was like,
yeah, or somewhere
in a special secure storage area.
Oh, you have to get a vault to get in there.
Yeah,
to all those DVDs, or just email us and we'll give you one.
Which is a lot like Tim's garage.
A lot like, yeah.
So anyway,
let's talk. Okay. Well, we had that bit of history from Brian about
his childhood hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about TV shows. We always talk about TV shows, and we didn't get to talk about TV shows because Stevie and Danny did the podcast last month.
Yes, they talked about TV shows.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, they talked about geeky TV shows.
Yeah, and Gossip Girl.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. The Gossip Girl. So what are you liking? What are you liking, dude?
I am liking, of course. I'm liking American Idol.
I am. I am too. Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
Even the music that I think I probably would never buy their CD, I'm still enjoying the people.
Yeah, I like that Chris guy.
He's good.
Yeah, he
very
is good.
talented.
Yeah, he is good.
Not like any of them aren't talented.
Yeah, and Dancing with Stars. I twittered about this. Like, it sucks you in. It's like a Saved by the Bell episode.
I don't.
You're there.
It,
yeah.
But we still watch.
It's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just and then you're going,
while we're eating and stuff.
Look at the paso doble. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Look at the foxtrot.
Look at the foxtrot.
Look at the swing.
And you know what it is? You know what it really, really is?
What's that?
Okay. I'm not joking when I say this.
Yeah.
Okay, on a Sunday afternoon,
Yeah.
You watch KETA, like the public channel, and the Lawrence Welk show.
Now those are all different in different places.
Well, I said
so
KETA.
KETA.
Isn't that like basically the public channel, like for the learning?
Here it is.
Okay,
But like not in other.
Oh, I thought that was the
places.
name of the station.
No.
Like NBC.
No.
Oh.
It's PBS.
Oh, PBS.
Yeah.
PBS. Okay. PBS.
Right. Did Brian laugh at you?
Huh? No.
Oh.
They're showing me.
Got it.
They're showing
Okay.
me pictures from Dancing with the Stars.
Got it.
But Dancing with the Stars is this generation's Lawrence Welk. Because Lawrence Welk was huge back in the day. I mean, you had dancing, but you had the music too. It's kind of a combination of American Idol. Like Dancing with the Stars is the music portion of Lawrence Welk.
But you remember
American
that one lady
Idol
on Lawrence Welk that had the really tiny hands?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't?
I think that was a Saturday Night Live skit.
So say that again.
Okay. The dancing portion of Dancing with the Stars. Okay, that's the dancing portion of the Lawrence Welk show. It was huge back in the day. People would sit around their TV shows and watch the Foxtrot and watch the Rumba. And then the music portion, I mean, that would be like our today's American Idol. The Lawrence Welk show had it all.
Yeah,
I mean, they did all of that.
And Bubbles.
Tiny Bubbles.
Yeah. That's true.
Welcome to the Lawrence Welk Show. We have a great show for you today. We have.
I never watched it. I did watch, and here's what I'd like to hear from our audience.
Yeah.
Growing up, Sunday mornings, every Sunday on my TV was Jubilee.
Jubilee.
Jubilee, you're invited to this happy Jubilee. I just wonder if anybody else had watched that one.
Yeah, audience, if you've ever seen the Jubilee show. Or what was that little claymation show?
Davy and Goliath.
Davy and
Hey, Davy.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, at first, because you're thinking, because back then we didn't have cartoons 24 hours a day.
Right.
So you would see it and you're like, oh, a cartoon. Something like a cartoon.
It had something to do with God.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
And it was not that good.
No.
Like I would last 7 minutes, then I'd be like flipping over to something
I'd watch
else.
the whole thing because I loved Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're more spiritual than I am. Oh.
So anyway, I'm watching American. I'm really enjoying 24 this season too.
I like
think
24.
they're mixing it up.
Yeah.
I do not know what's going to happen to Jack Bauer.
Yeah. I haven't seen the past 2 episodes yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah.
But he got
I don't know. I can't remember.
the last 2 episodes.
The last 2 episodes.
So then he was exposed to the radiation.
Oh, I
stuff.
did see that. That's where I ended it. Yeah.
It's not like they're giving him a shot and he's better.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's not in
don't
the
say
field.
that.
He's not in the field right now.
Is that girl going to take over?
I don't think so. She doesn't have it. Maybe Tony Almeida may take over.
Tony.
I would watch that. Tony is.
He's cool.
Tony's maybe tougher than Jack.
He's cool. He's rough. He's been through a lot.
Yeah.
What do you think of Lost? I like Lost. I'm going to finish Lost, but you cannot tell anybody. You cannot tell. Like you couldn't say, "Hey, you need to start watching Lost." I mean,
then they would be lost.
They would be totally lost.
You have to know what's going on.
So I like the show. I'll finish to the end, but there was this one scene, like maybe last week, where Hugo. Well, okay, wait. Jack, Hugo. They're sitting around talking, eating waffles, and you just go, something's changed.
Yeah,
something's really changed.
There's a loss of excitement,
anticipation.
Yes.
What's because they were really sitting there in the Dharma.
Yeah, they need to get this stuff over with.
Yeah,
they need to get back together. I mean, it's like a band, it's like a band, you know? I mean, and one guy goes off and does his solo deal. You don't usually.
It's like Steve Perry leaves Journey, right? Yeah.
Maybe, but I think I bought Steve Perry's solo album, and it was good.
It was okay. But then he got throat cancer. Then they had to find a new guy.
They did.
Yeah.
How do you find a guy that sounds just like Steve Perry?
They found him on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah. Google. Yeah, on YouTube. Like someone, like he was a guy singing in like bars and clubs and stuff.
Doing covers?
Do cover out,
oh, that's crazy.
Of Asia, Journey. Journey's probably one of the best bands in the world,
Asia,
though. Remember Asia?
Yeah, but that guy, the guy that you're talking about,
he's
the new
good
singer. He's not from Asia.
I don't know. I've only listened to him, but he's really, really good.
Yeah, but Asia is good.
I have Asia's greatest hits.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you need to look at the cover and see if the guy's from Asia.
I don't know.
Okay.
I will say though, I bought the new Journey CD, and it's really, really good.
Yeah,
it's really, really good.
Oh,
yeah. But Journey's probably one of the greatest bands around, though.
Journey is in my top 10 for sure.
I was driving home from the airport, and I think "Don't Stop Believing" was on.
Oh.
Cranked it, just like "Don't Stop Believing." Hold on that feeling. Yeah.
I think that Oh, there you go.
What is it?
That's Journey right there.
Oh.
I think I was.
That moves you.
Yeah, that was on American Idol.
What was?
That song was on American Idol on the results show last time.
It was?
Yeah. Not so good. Yeah, there's groups you go,
You got to sing like Steve Perry. Yeah.
But I would say Journey and Adam and the Ants probably they're in the top.
Yeah, but Adam, that just sounds like a dessert. You'd have it like at a shishi restaurant. Adam and the Ants. I'll have the Adam and the Ants, please, with extra chocolate.
I was going to argue with you on that, but I think you can't. That is true.
Okay, did you see the last ER? Now, I haven't watched ER in years. When Dr. Green died, that was...
How did we get from Journey to ER?
We were talking about TV shows. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. They showed a little retrospective of, like, the old days of ER.
You haven't kept watching ER.
No, I stopped when Dr. Green left. I mean, Brian, what did you say about Dr. Green?
The day that Anthony Edwards left my house on Thursday nights was the darkest day of my life.
Yes.
So,
albeit I was only 15 years old.
Yes.
And my brother told me he was dying of AIDS, and I believed him. It was actually cancer.
It was cancer.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. And I didn't know that Dr. Green made house calls. How interesting is that?
Dr. Green made house calls. I don't know what you mean.
Used to go to Brian's house every Thursday.
The live episode?
The live episodes
of ER. That was cool. I quit watching ER after George Clooney left.
Well,
because there just wasn't any eye candy left on it.
Well, okay, but what?
Confession.
Yeah.
I had a George Clooney haircut when he was on ER. Now you make a confession.
The
Caesar cut.
The Caesar cut.
Now you make a confession.
I had the Caesar cut too. Yeah.
But tell us more about the Caesar cut. Because wasn't that the last haircut
That was the last haircut I had. When George Clooney did the Caesar haircut, that was the last, like my hair was thinning really bad and I had a bald spot. So I looked like Julius Caesar.
How could you have a bald spot?
I had a bald spot in the back. Yeah, but I cut it straight across.
You were like Julius Caesar.
Yeah, but I wasn't George Clooney and I wanted to be. Yeah, and then I just did what Bruce Willis did and just shaved it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah, I love Bruce Willis.
Okay, so anyway, ER. Retrospective.
Okay, so Dr. Green, they show I forgot about this episode, but when he was dying of cancer, he took his family to Hawaii. That was like the last episode of Dr. Green, Yeah. And he teaches his daughter how to, drive a car and do all this kind of stuff because he knows he's dying, Yeah. And, but I remember, and I started tearing up when I was watching it. But he's laying there in the bed and like he's dying, and he has some patch over his eye, like bandaged up. I don't know what that was for. Like, what was wrong with his eye?
I have no idea.
But he's looking. It's a great scene. But he's looking at his daughter, and he's going, "Be generous with your life. Be generous with your time. Be generous with your love." And I just thought that. That is great.
Oh, dude, I totally remember that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Do you remember that? And the daughter, it's like at nighttime, and the daughter's...
Really what it was, I think what drove it home for me was the way she responded to it.
Oh, it was beautiful.
He was looking at her. I mean, he's looking her right in the face. He's saying these things.
Yeah.
And there's kind of a pause. And she looks back at him and says, "You look like a pirate, Dad." Which, I just thought, that's real. That's real.
No.
You know?
No, George.
That's what a teenager would do.
No. The daughter did not look at Anthony Edwards' character and say, "You look like a pirate."
And then she said this.
No.
"Arr, you really dying, Dad?"
No.
It was really good.
No. Why do you have to make a joke? That was so good. Be generous with your life. Be generous with your time. Be generous with your love. And you have to make it...
share the bounty, steal from other people with others.
All right.
It was very powerful.
Anyway, I thought that was... I've been thinking about that since I've seen that. I mean, just really, really good. So
anyway.
I'm liking Chuck. I'm watching Chuck again.
Yeah, I didn't... you know what? I liked Chuck, but I just... didn't have time.
There's
so
a lot of
much
shows.
TV.
There's a lot of shows.
And I'm enjoying Thursday nights. Thursday nights
Office.
is great. 30 Rock.
Yeah, the Amy Poehler show will be coming out.
Yeah.
So, and then it'll all end in about a month.
Kings. Have you watched Kings at all?
I've seen a couple episodes of Kings. I like Kings. It's slow.
It is slow.
But I like
to kind of baby it a little.
Yeah, I like the David and Goliath stuff. I mean, really, really good.
It's really cool too if you read the Bible.
Yeah.
And read about that story, then you catch even more stuff.
Then you see the stuff. Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved it right out of the chute when the prophet, when Nathan, Samuel, sorry. When Samuel anointed David.
With the oil?
Yeah, he had some oil on his car.
The car.
On his head from working on the car. And it was just like, you go, oh,
it's
he
pretty
just
cool.
anointed him. Yeah.
Yeah, and Goliath was a tank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that episode? Like, he looks all strong and mighty, and then... Did you see that episode?
Which one?
Where it looks like the pictures look like David standing up to the Goliath tank.
Yeah.
Then you realize he was really scared, and then but he says, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can. He's talking to his brother. And his brother's on his deathbed. He's like, I don't know if I'm this person. And then the brother says, "We'll become that person," or something. Really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Really good.
So anyway, okay. Well, good.
So there's TV shows.
Let's talk about, let's just jump right into our friendship flashback.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with Easter whatsoever,
right.
But this is our friendship flashback.
So this is what we like to call
Friendship Flashback.
It's all right. Make that echo.
Yeah.
Okay, friendship flashback. We would work at a radio station when we were in. You were a freshman in college. I was a senior in high school.
I had thought about that. Kind of goes along with the friendship flashback. What I just did. Yeah, I was a freshman in college, and you were a senior in high school, and we worked at 97.7 FM KKLR.
KKLR, and which only had 25 listeners, probably.
Yes,
old people.
Mostly,
yeah,
but we couldn't even get our friends to listen to
it. We were cutting edge.
Of the 70s, 80s, and today.
Yes.
No, that wouldn't be right because
60s, 70s, 80s,
70s, and today, which was the 80s.
Yeah. And we convinced the engineer or the director,
the program director,
to give us a Friday night slot. We gave up our Friday nights, didn't we? Was it Friday night or Saturday night?
Yeah, because we had, my docket was full.
Of dates. Yeah. And we'd do a call-in request show. But our friends would listen to that.
So basically it was either we go to the movies together
or we do a radio show. Yeah, and so we'd have people call in and request their songs.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Who was the program director?
Dave Martin.
Dave Martin.
Yeah,
he was
Dave
nice.
Martin. And I was a teenager, and I was making $13 an hour.
Yeah, you were raking it in.
Dude, that was incredible.
It wasn't such a big deal for me because I was a year older.
Yeah. Going from Food World, cutting carrots, to that was huge.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And it was a radio station. It
was a house. Yeah.
And where we worked was basically in the garage that had been converted into a studio.
Yeah. And what was cool was because it was a radio station, quote unquote, theaters would send movie tickets. Hey, we got 2 tickets to give away.
Yeah, but we wouldn't give them away.
We would go see those movies.
Right.
We saw so many movies for free. Oh, man.
This was back in the old days when you were working reel to reel. Like, they don't even do that anymore.
Oh, yeah, it's all
you had
digital.
cards and reel to reel, and you'd have to splice the reels. It was cool. That was real.
But isn't it still the same on radio stations where, like, at the first of the hour, 15...
At the first of the hour. Oh, yeah. You have to say it. You have to say it at the top of the hour. You have to say,
the call name.
Yeah, every hour you should have to say it. It's 10 o'clock at 97.7 FM KKLR.
So that's never changed. And then
that's part of the FCC rule regulations, yeah.
And the commercial breaks are around 15, 30, and 45, aren't they?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So your song sets.
Well, if you look at it, it's almost the same as TV.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's actually more like 10 or 12, and then 20-something, and then the bottom of the hour.
Yeah.
And then you've got like 40-ish, and then about 10 till.
Man, we'd play records, and if that needle skipped a record, or you went to the restroom, and you thought I had a song, and then you're listening to it, and you're on the pod or something, all of a sudden you hear this, abdi, abdi, abdi. You couldn't run fast enough. Oh.
I came back from doing. I was an intern at a church, and I worked at the radio station. And I went and did camp for a week, and I was supposed to come back Friday night and go straight to work at the radio station.
So, like, you get there at 10 and do the whole night shift.
10 to 2, or no. At that point, it was midnight to 6.
Midnight to 6.
So I did a week of camp. And then drove straight to the radio station. Started working at midnight, right? Playing the music. I'm just dog tired.
Yeah.
And so I think it was around 3 a.m.
Ooh, the witching hour.
Yeah. I put on a song called Alice's Restaurant Massacre. No. It was...
you can get any... Arlo Guthrie?
Massacre. I think that's who it was, yeah.
Arlo Guthrie.
You can get
anything you want at Alice's Restaurant.
18-minute song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's forever long.
Yeah.
You
set your alarm.
I fell asleep. Yeah. I totally fell asleep. And no, I didn't set my alarm. I didn't have an alarm to set. And so I fell asleep. Huh?
That would have been the thing.
I know, but I didn't have one.
Take a nap and then set it for like 14 minutes.
I'm not really a forward thinker. So I fell asleep. I woke up when the disc jockey that was going to relieve me came in at like 5:45.
So there was dead air.
Dead air from about 3:45 to 5:45. I hear the front door open, and like I pop up and hit a button to start a song, and he walks in. He's like, "Hey, is everything cool?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And thinking back, I had to have sleep marks on the side of my face, my hair
drool on the table.
And he's like, "I just drove in from Morse, like a 30-minute drive, and there was nothing on the radio the whole time." And I'm like, "Hey, I don't know. There was music playing here."
Dude, you totally lied.
Oh, yeah.
You totally lied.
He probably looked over and saw there was an album spinning in the deal.
Arlo Guthrie.
Yeah.
Arlo Guthrie.
It was awful.
Well, okay, do you remember all those great memories?
Oh.
We got to do some incredible stuff.
And here's the thing. It was a call-in show, right?
On Friday nights that we did?
Friday night call-in show.
Yeah.
And realistically, nobody would call in. Like, half the time, we were making up the stuff.
Well, we had some friends call in.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
But it was an hour-long show.
Yeah. It's not like we're like, oh, we didn't get to all of them.
Yeah, we were making up stuff. You're right. But, okay, I remember, do you remember that one girl that, like, I was supposed to go on a date with, but I was already on a date with someone else? Like, was it a Saturday night call-in show? And
you know what? I think it was Saturday.
Okay.
Night. It wasn't Friday.
So Friday night, I basically asked 2 girls out.
That's right.
Okay. And I went out with one.
Well, you got to hedge your bet.
Yeah, I guess so. And so the other one, I made up a lie. Okay. And just said, hey, another lie.
Yeah, you were just ragging on me for lying.
Yeah. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't. I got to, stay home with my sick mom, something.
Yeah.
So we go on a date, and the girl that I said I have to stay home, one of her friends saw me out with this other girl.
Nice.
So on the call-in show that night, she calls in. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
She actually made a request of a song.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She said, yeah. And you took the phone.
Yeah.
Like, I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
And then you handed me the slip of paper.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yep. And it was, this is to Eddie from, we won't say her name, but... and the song was Liar, Liar. Wasn't it?
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Liar, liar. Yeah, you got a kick out of that. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Why wouldn't I?
Well, friend goes down. And then you played the song. Good times.
Well, yeah, I played the song. That's our job. And she was probably one of the only callers that night, so you had to at least play the song.
True.
The other thing that I remember about being there is it was a very small studio. I mean, really, it was made for one person, but we were both in there.
Dude, and you would toot all the time, and your toots stink.
That's really not the reason I brought that up. I was expressing a memory.
Well, I am telling you a friendship flashback memory that, I mean, you would
always get mad.
I would, because you would toot all the time.
I mean angry. Not
no.
Like,
no.
Like, you know how like a guy will be like, "Oh, dude."
No.
Not like that. You're like,
no.
"Stop it, Tom. You need to stop that." You would, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would, because you would do it more than any. It was like you had this.
Why do you do that?
You had a toot valve that would not shut off.
What is that do? What did you want me to do?
I mean, dude.
Just sit there and be uncomfortable all the time?
Okay, Tommy, your toots since high school have this smell, and it's not like a normal toot smell. They're like you have your own aroma, and you have it still to this day, but you just don't.
Still smell like roses.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay,
it's like you
in that little room. Right. Okay, that microphone had that foam mouthpiece thing on it, to help.
Yes.
What's that thing called?
Windscreen.
A windscreen. Okay, that windscreen smelled like your toots.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Like smoke.
No, it smelled like your toots.
Because 9 out of 10 of the disc jockeys smoked in there.
Smoking Tommy Toot. That's what it smelled like. And I had to. You know it's true. You know it's true.
You're saying it smelled like smoking Tommy Toot. Whatever. I think if I remember correctly, I did everything I could to try to make it better.
You know what, Potty? Tommy eventually bought a can of Lysol.
Thank you.
And you'd but that was the giveaway. I knew there was a toot coming because you'd start spraying that Lysol. And then
still never
well, then the room smelled like Tommy Toots and Lysol, which would go back to the nursing home. It was a very nasty smell.
It was okay. So, Potty, do you hear? No-win situation.
You were a good
no-win situation. That's all I'm saying.
It was bad.
Okay.
It was bad.
That's it for the friendship flashback. That stinks.
Oh, it was fun though. I drive by that old radio station and just it's turned into something now
because I still live there.
Just great memories.
It was.
We were blessed.
Sometime later on.
What?
Sometime, Potty, it's when you're somewhere where we are. Ask Eddie how he quit working at the radio station.
That's mean. That's mean.
It's a great story. It's funny. You know it is.
That's mean.
Let's just say you can't leave the radio station while you're working.
We'll have to tell that story next time because that's a funny story.
It's a hilarious story.
We'll save that for next time.
Okay.
Because that's a very funny story. Because I called you.
I know.
Yeah, that's funny.
I wasn't working there anymore.
I know.
By then, I moved on to be a janitor.
And a youth minister.
I was, yeah. And a janitor at a different place than not like at the church.
At the church, yeah.
Those jobs are very similar.
Yes. Well, I was an intern at the first church I was at and a janitor. I would clean the offices at night.
Those are memories for later.
All right. Okay. So let's talk about drama tip for Easter. This is where we get into our Easter.
It all goes together.
It all just melds. It all just melds.
Can I begin this story?
Well, sure, buddy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
When I was a youth pastor.
When you were a youth pastor
in Frisco, Texas, we would always do an Easter retreat.
An Easter retreat.
Yeah, and we would leave Thursday after they got out of school.
Rent bunny costumes, sing songs as you're going in the church bus. Here comes Peter Cotton.
And we would have different people come. A good friend of ours, Dave Rogers, who helps us out with the You Teach DVDs,
stuff. Yes,
used to do a lot of those for me. We were driving back one time. I'll never forget this. Driving back, and the kids were kind of being rude.
Kids, high school students.
Yeah, but I was done with them.
You were tired.
We were a few miles from home. It'd been a long weekend, and I was done. So I forced them to listen to Paul Harvey. Okay, that was
the late and great Paul Harvey.
I love Paul Harvey. Yeah. Okay, but teenagers don't, right? So I'm forcing them to listen to Paul Harvey because they won't shut it.
Well, and for our audience, people that don't know, Paul Harvey was the guy that talked like this and always had good day. Yeah, always had stories.
If you don't know who he is,
Google him.
Wikipedia him.
Google.
So anyway, all of a sudden, it's the Saturday before
Easter. Yeah.
And he tells this story. And it was an old preacher story, and I'd never heard it before. And then I think I remember I contacted you and said,
this would make a good skit.
This would make a great skit.
Yeah.
And
he was all like, there's a little boy that had a bird cage. And, I kind of sound like that Nantucket guy, don't I?
You do.
Pepperidge Farm cookie. There's a little boy with a bird cage.
Right. So he tells a story, and it's great. So we turn it into a skit.
And I guess since all the kids were in that van listening, Paul Harvey tells the story about salvation, and 3 kids get saved right there on the bus.
We could say that. Okay. I think we could. It didn't happen, but it was a long time ago, and stories change as time goes on. So sure.
All right, Uncle Remus.
And the Lord lifted up our church bus and floated us to the church safely.
Because you're out of gas.
Right.
Because you forgot to fill up.
Well, that's true.
So, okay, I remember that. You said, hey, I heard this great Paul Harvey story, and you told it to me from your memory.
Right.
Yeah,
it wasn't stuck in my head, and I don't even have a memory.
Yeah, it wasn't like we had Google back then.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we turned this into a skit.
We had AOL. That's all you had back then.
Yeah. Hello.
You've got mail.
You've got mail.
About 30 minutes after you tried to get it to go.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so we did the skit, and, like, when we were starting out as the skit guys, this was one of our... you make them laugh, boom, you end it serious.
Staple skits.
Okay, now we'll talk about the pros and cons of the skit, which is our drama tip.
Right.
So just listen to this skit.
Okay, here is the birdcage. I got this off of iTunes. It's actually on iTunes.
We have some old comedy bits on iTunes.
Yeah.
So Paul Harvey, in the church van before Easter, we turned into a skit. Put it on our first comedy CD.
Here is The Birdcage.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, son, what do you got in the cage there?
I got some wild birds.
Wild birds?
Yeah, I got them in that field over there.
A field?
Yeah, there's a field right over there, and I just picked up these wild birds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I pick up wild birds.
Well, what are you going to do with a bunch of wild birds?
I like to play games with them. Sometimes I get a stick and I poke it in the cage and they get all scared. And then sometimes I pick up the cage and I rattle it back and forth and they start freaking out.
Well, what are you going to do when you're done playing games with them?
Probably feeding my cat.
Your cat?
Yeah, my cat likes wild birds.
Oh. Well, you know what? I'm really fond of wild birds. Why don't you let me buy them from you?
You want to buy my wild birds?
Yeah.
Well, they're no good for nothing. I mean, they can't do any tricks or anything. I mean, when you're not looking, they'll just fly away from you.
I know. How much you want for them?
You're serious?
Oh, I'm very serious.
You want my wild birds?
How much?
$5.
Okay.
$10?
All right.
$20. $20. I can't go a penny less. $20.
Okay, $20. There you go. Okay. There you go, birds. Go ahead. You're free. There you go. Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells me so. And little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong.
I see you looking at my cage.
Yeah. Yeah, what have you got in there?
I have mankind in that cage.
Mankind? Where'd you get them?
I found them in the garden.
What are you going to do with them?
I'm going to play games with them.
Games? What kind of games?
I am going to bring games into their lives which they think are going to fill them up and give them completeness and happiness. And then I'm going to rattle their cage. I'm going to make right seem wrong and wrong seem right. I'm going to give them a taste of hatred and confusion like they've never tasted before. I'm going to introduce relationships into their lives which they think are going to give them fulfillment. But it's going to leave them so empty. They are going to think these things are so cool, and then I'm going to rip their world apart.
So tell me, Satan, what are you going to do with mankind when you're done playing games with them?
Save the best for last. I'm going to damn them. I'm going to damn their souls for all eternity.
My father's very fond of mankind.
Yeah, I know.
Let me buy them from you.
What?
Yeah, let me buy them from you.
You want these humans?
Yes.
You know they're no good for anything, don't you? They're going to turn their back and run away from you when you're not looking. You realize that, don't you?
I know. How much do you want for them?
You're serious.
Oh, I'm very serious.
You want these humans.
How much?
Your tears.
Okay.
Your blood.
Okay.
I want your life. I want your life.
Okay. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
Okay. Well, yeah. So that was one of our first skits. Now, obviously, if you watch the Birdcage now, or if you went on to skitguys.com and watched the Birdcage, it's different.
It's different. First of all, hopefully it's not as melodramatic.
We were young.
Yeah.
Melodramatic seemed good.
We were young Turks, really.
Yeah, we were young Turks. And theologically speaking, and this is the part as far as a drama tip, when you write a skit or when you're putting stuff on, and if people stop you and go, hey, I don't know if that's right, listen to them.
Don't ignore them.
We had already put this on a comedy CD, and it wasn't till later that we were performing the skit, and we had people come up and go, hey, that's a great skit. That's a Chinese proverb, I think.
Yeah, based on a Chinese proverb, yeah.
But the theology is a little mixed up, and one person said it, and we kind of went, well, that's interpretation.
Right.
And then a year later, another person did, and then Mark Matlock did.
Yeah, and then somebody really sat down and explain to us what the problem, because if you listen to that, you would think that we have to make payment to the devil. And that's not the case.
Right.
And so there's some huge problems. There's actually, I think there's one or two things in there that are totally different.
So we changed it. And I think that's part of, if there's ever any drama tip to give, have people, when you're writing skits, when you're doing stuff, have people that are smarter than you, that you can go, hey, still to this day, me and Tommy, we try to learn all we can theologically before we put it into a skit, but there are still people who go, will you watch this and tell me what you think, or see if there's anything we're not seeing?
Yeah.
And that's, and that's huge. You have to have great really, people around you like that.
And I feel, Eddie and I have been blessed with people that are theologically well-grounded that we can go to, which is great. But seek those people out if you don't already have them.
And there's times we'll put together a skit and go, oh, we've looked at everything. This is good.
Yeah.
And then you show it to somebody and they go, but wait a minute. When you say this, and you're going, oh, that's such a tiny thing.
Sometimes it's one word. Sometimes you change one word.
Yeah, but it makes all the difference.
Like, in fact, on this skit, I think you said, I want your life.
Yes.
And that was wrong.
Yeah.
So we changed it to, it will cost your life.
It'll cost you your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It truly is.
And I think when you're doing skits, because the perception of skits is, this is just, little skits, type thing. But if you want to go above and beyond, especially for your crowd and your audience that you're performing for, to have this theologically sound, make someone sitting out there folding their arms go, oh, you know what? I laughed a little bit, and you know what? There was nothing wrong with that. That was scripturally totally sound.
Dude, and the more scripture you put in your skits, not necessarily quoting scripture, but paraphrasing scripture or saying something, it helps people in the audience who are going, I don't like skits. They still have to go, wow, there's a lot of the Bible.
There's a lot of the Bible in there that you wouldn't, if you didn't know the Bible, kind of like Kings. We were just talking about Kings. If you didn't know the Bible,
I hadn't thought about that.
There's a lot of stuff in there that you go, oh, wait, that's scriptural, that's scriptural, that's scriptural. It's the same with the skits.
Right.
You don't want to say, well, in John 4 it says, you want to be able to... You want to incorporate John 4 somehow, Right. So anyway, okay, but here's another thing that I didn't realize that I just think is so key.
What?
Tommy, you were in the first part of that skit, and then you come back at the end of the skit to sing, but Alec Baldwin Alec Baldwin played the part of Jesus in there.
I didn't think you were going to bring that up.
Alec Baldwin. I've always said that about this skit. Before Alec Baldwin was Alec Baldwin, you were playing Jesus as Alec Baldwin.
I think it's true.
Hold on. Come on in. Hey, everybody, it's Alec Baldwin.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, oh, my goodness. Brian, have you met Alec Baldwin?
I think in another life, yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a cool cat over there.
Alec, he does all our videos. He's really good.
Nice.
He's gifted.
Don't really care.
Yeah, and this is Tim Antone right here. He is a gifted young man, too. If you ever need anything, if you ever want one of our DVDs or anything, this is the guy.
He looks like a fast runner.
He's really good. He's really good.
He does.
Alec, how's Kim Basinger doing?
Ouch.
What was that about? I just met this guy.
Alec.
You're a 2-bit punk, you know that?
Oh, Alec.
Nothing but a 2-bit punk. I don't need that.
Hey, let's do this over the phone, guys.
I will yell at you.
Let's
right?
do this over the phone.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that or not.
Okay, we were just talking. I was talking with Tommy. You want to say hi to Tommy?
Hey, what's up, T? Hey, not much. How you doing? Good.
It was very interesting that about 10 years ago, maybe even longer, we did this skit called The Birdcage.
Yeah.
You were there.
That's when I met you guys.
Yeah, you were there. You
That
actually
was a
came
long
into the
time for me.
studio. Can we just play that part?
What, my part?
Yeah, your part, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it. Play it again.
Okay.
Little ones to him.
Okay, so this is the
Yeah,
part,
this is
Tommy, where
me
yeah.
singing, yeah.
And then Alec, comes out of nowhere.
Strong.
Yeah, you like that
I
sound
see you
effect?
looking at my cage.
Yeah. Yeah, what have you got in there?
Alec.
I have
Yeah, that's
mankind
me
in
right
that
there.
cage.
Mankind?
That was,
Where'd you get them?
I found them in the garden.
What are you going to do with them?
I'm going to play games with them.
Games? What kind of games?
Oh, Alec, that was classic. What kind of
Fill
games?
them up and give them completeness and
this
happiness.
is when I think I was
And
filming
then
Glenn
I'm going to
Gary
rattle their
Ben
cage.
Rock.
I'm going to make right seem wrong and wrong seem
Did I
right.
play good Satan?
I'm going to give them a taste of hatred and confusion like they've never tasted before.
Yeah, that's me.
I'm going to introduce relationships into their
thought that
lives,
was my
which they
brother
think are
Stephen.
going to give them
Well,
fulfillment.
he's a Christian, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to leave them so empty. They are going to think these things are
Why is it so
cool,
echoey?
I don't know. This part's
and I'm
boring.
going to rip their world apart.
I like the part I'm in.
So tell me, Satan,
Oh, shoot.
what are you going to do with mankind when you're done playing games with them?
Oh,
Yeah, what are you going to do?
tell
with
me,
them?
tell me, Satan.
What are you going to do? when
Do
you're done
playing
playing
games with him. That's good. That's good.
I'm
That's
going
really
to
good
damn
stuff.
their souls for all eternity.
My father's very fond of mankind.
Ooh, you kind of tilted it up a
Yeah,
little bit.
which my father's not.
Let
if
me
you know.
buy them from you.
Not a
What?
big fan of
Yeah.
mankind.
Let me buy them from you.
You want these humans.
Yeah, see, I said let me
You
buy
know
them
they're
from
no
you.
different
yeah,
from
that-
you.
theologically,
They're
that's
gonna turn
not-
their back and run away
yeah.
from you when you're not
That's- you
looking.
can't really
realize
say
that,
that.
don't you?
I can say
know.
whatever I want.
How much do you
I'm
want for
Alec
them?
You're
Baldwin.
serious.
All right,
Oh,
sorry.
I'm very serious.
You want these
I was
humans.
serious
How
that
much?
day.
Your tears.
Okay.
Ooh. Your blood.
Okay.
I want your life. I want your life.
Okay.
Alec, that was
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was
I forgot I
classic
brought my
Alec.
hammer with me that day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus loves
Oh, and then
me.
Tommy. That's Tommy. He comes back in the
How come you
studio.
didn't use my singing?
Well,
Jesus loves
sing a little bit, Alec.
Yeah, Jesus loves me. Yeah, Jesus loves me. Oh, yeah.
Is this acting right now, Alec, or do you really
Jesus loves me.
even believe what you're singing?
The
now?
Bible tells me so. I'm just doing an old blues singing there.
All right.
I'm
Well,
done with this. I'm out of here.
well, Potty, it's bye, Alec.
See you later.
Say goodbye to Brian and Tim.
Nice to meet you, Tim.
And Brian.
Gotta go.
And again for me.
All right, Potty, it's well, happy Easter. We hope it's a good one. We hope you will remember the gift that you've been given through
And
Jesus.
we know that you're closer to Christ because you listen to our pod.
Yes, yes,
Easter
yes.
season.
And if you really want something to reflect on, you can go to skitguys.com and watch On the Way to the Cross. It's a new video that Brian put together.
Yes.
Brian, how long did that video take you? With all the animation and everything?
How long did it take to make it?
I don't know, maybe close to 30 hours?
30 hours. You guys, if you can, go to skitguys.com. You can watch it. 30 hours of you cut out all the pieces and put them all together, and
Oh, paintings. Yeah.
that's amazing.
Hey, do we have that Isn't it available for like a download for your iPod?
For your iPod,
stuff?
I don't think yet, but it will be after Easter. Cool. Yeah. So, but you can watch it, and
cool.
yeah, it's great. You did a great job on that, Brian.
On the way to the cross.
On the way to the cross on our homepage.
I'm really proud of that. That was a really great video.
It's a really great video. So, all right, Potheads, we love you, and we'll talk to you later.
Happy Easter, Potheads.
Happy Easter.